Yes, once again, promotion candidate. Today, I'd like to share with you one or two things that lead you to failure in your promotion aptitude test, and you need to follow these simple, basic things to avoid you failing in promotion aptitude test. But before that, if this is your first time coming across my YouTube tutorials or my promotion tutorials, kindly subscribe, like, and share these tutorials to any others or any other people to also know these basic mistakes that we make in examination rooms or halls in any exams that you are writing. If you don't follow this basic principle or basic rules, you are going to fail in your promotion exams or in any exams that you are writing. You are going to fail. So if this is your first time, don't forget to drop comments in the comment section, or don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I know it will really help you in passing any exams that you are going to write, or any promotion aptitude test that you are going to write. You are going to pass, and pass successfully. That is why it is important for me to come once again to share another important information that helps candidates who are going to write the promotion exams, to help you pass the promotion exams. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and share with your friends and your colleagues for these basic mistakes that lead us into failure in our examinations that we write. It's very important. That is why I've taken my time to share with you once again, promotion candidates. So basic mistakes that promotion candidates make in examination halls or examination centers or wherever they are writing their exams. It's very important you come to realize this and avoid these mistakes to help you pass the promotion exams or any exams that you are writing. It's very important. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. We are about to begin, and let's jump into it and share this. Basic mistake number one that we usually make in the examination hall is that we don't read instructions, and that amounts to most of our failures. So one basic mistake that we do in examination room is that we don't carefully read instructions. Whether you lose marks for incorrect answers or not, we don't read these instructions, and it's very important. If you read the instructions, you may get to know what you must do. So how many answers you are supposed to provide, or how many attempts are you supposed to give to a particular question? If you don't read the instructions, hardly will you get to know this. So it's very important for those who are going to write the exams to read instruction. How many options that you are supposed to choose from a particular question, or is it one answer that you are supposed to provide? If you read the instructions, you get to know these things and avoid this mistake. It's very important. Then the nature of the answer that you are going to provide or choose is very, very important. So if you read instructions, you are going to know all this and avoid any mistakes that you make. Very important. Mistake number 2, people or those who are going to write exams or people who write exams don't budget the time that they are supposed to use for a particular question. So when you're about to you're given the opportunity to write the exams and you're about to start, allocate time to every question to help you go through the question successfully without wasting time. So it's very important that you do this so that will help you write the promotion. So divide the total minutes you are allocated to each and every one question that you are going to write. So if there are about 100 questions and they have given you 100 minutes to use, it means that you must allocate 1 minute to a question so that it will help you write the promotion exams. Then mistake number 2 that you need to avoid is that when you are in the examination hall, attempt to answer questions in consecutive order. In consecutive order, very important. Do not struggle over one question and leave the others that will fetch you more marks than struggling on one question. So it is very important that you get to know this. So don't struggle with one question or over one question. Stay within the stipulated budget of time that you have allocated to every question and follow suit. If one question is troubling you, go to the other, mark that question, and come back when you are done with the others. So it's very important. Principle or mistake number 1 that you the 4th mistake that you need to avoid is to ignore answer choices. Ignore answer choices. Do not allow the answer choices to affect your reading of questions. Remember, if 4 answer choices are presented, 3 of them are distractors, and we have only 1 correct answer to the question. So it's very important that you get to know this. You go and write your promotion exams or any exams that you are writing. It is very important. So get to know this before you go and write your promotion exams. Then mistake number 5 that you need to avoid again is that read questions carefully and determine the precise requirement that you want to provide. So you read the questions very, very carefully. So focus on what is required to enable you to ignore strenuous information and to proceed directly to determine the correct answer. So don't let anything distract you when you are reading the questions. It is very important. When you are able to do this, surely you pass any exams that you want to write. It's very important, very, very important. So read the questions carefully, and when you read it carefully, it helps you to determine the correct answer that you need to provide. It is very important. So if you are going to write any exams, you need to read the questions very carefully. Then mistake number 6 that you need to avoid too is to determine the correct answer before reading the answer choices. So if the question is given, you have read through the question, then what you need to do is to take your time or the time that you have allocated to the question, you use it judiciously. And while you have read the question, the answer that comes into your mind, you're able to identify it from the options that you have been given. So it's very, very, very important that you know this before you go and write your own answer. So keep in mind, however, some multiple choices items are constructed so that the answer cannot be determined from the question alone. So you need to be very careful too. Not all answers are just easily to be determined. So be very careful. Then mistake number 7 that you need to avoid too is to read the answer choices carefully. Don't just rush and choose the answer choice or the key to the question. You need to read the answers carefully. That is mistake number 7 that you need to avoid when you are writing your exams. It's very important. Then mistake number 8 that you need to avoid is to select the best option as answer. So for you to get the best option, you need to carefully select the correct answer or carefully determine the correct answer before you choose it. You don't just jump into it and choose any other answer for your question. So you need to be very, very, very careful with these. They are very important. Then mistake number 9 that you need to avoid is that after you have attempted to answer all questions, go back and answer the questions that you have marked when you were not able to answer them. So you revisit the questions that you have marked with pencil or you have indicated with a dot, questions that you have not answered. Go back and attempt those questions. They are very important. That could add you marks for you to pass. So it's very important that you keep it in mind these or you avoid these simple mistakes that can cause you in your exams that you are writing or your aptitude test that you are writing. They are very, very important. Then mistake number 10 that you need to avoid is that longer answers most at times better. Most at times when you look at longer answers, they are almost the correct answers in the questions that are provided or the choices that are provided to a particular question. The longest answer, but not all. Have it in mind, but not all. Not all. So be very careful. So correct answers tend to be longer answers because right answers often required qualifies. So they are very important. So teachers need to make correct answers unambiguously correct. So be very careful. So wrong answers do not need caveats. So if you're able to go through these simple things, you may able to pass your promotion exams and pass it well. Then mistake number 11 that you need to avoid in the examination room is that look for clue words and numbers. Look for clue words and numbers. If you are able to look for clue words and numbers, surely you are going to pass your exam with ease. So if two answers are opposite, one of them is probably the correct answer. So always check these clues. So if you overlook these clues, then you are likely to fail your promotion exams. Then answer with following words usually are incorrect. Always, never, all, none. These are clues that always provide incorrect answers or answers that are not correct. Answers also with the following words are usually correct. Answers with the following word generally, most, tend to, probably, usually, they always provide, most at times, I'm not saying all the time, most at times, provide correct answers. We need to be very careful with this. Then mistake number 11, number 12 that you need to avoid is to be aware of multiple answers. To be aware of multiple answers. Carefully evaluate all of the above and none of the above choices before you select them. They are very tricky. So, multiple choice answers, they are very tricky. Always take your time and read them before you. For all of the above, all the responses should be correct. So if you're choosing all the above, all the options that you're having should, or the responses that are provided should be correct. But if you are absolutely sure that at least two for the choices are correct, then you are probably saved in choosing all the above. And most of the times it tends to be an answer. So always check. It's very important. And selecting none of the above, if you are sure that at least two of them or two of the choices are incorrect, most of the times it fails to be an answer. So if you check the responses that are given or the answers that are given and two of them are not making the question correct, then you are right. Then in all this, if you follow these simple things and you avoid them in your examination room, surely you are going to pass your exams. So that is why I find it very interesting to bring you to your notice, so that when you get to the examination room, you wouldn't find yourself wanting. So keep this information and come back again for another important tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe, put your comments in the comment section, share with your friends. We shall meet another time. Bye bye.